We're looking at limits of rational functions once more, and we're taking a look at a really neat example, because this one states the limit as x approaches 4 of the function the square root of x minus 2 divided by x minus 4. So what we're going to go ahead and do is let's first try plugging in and see if what we get there. In this case, we would have square root of 4 minus 2 over 4 minus 4. Now, let's see here. Well, we end up getting square root of 4 being 2, 2 minus 2, which is 0, and then in the denominator, 0. So, we're not quite sure what's going on here because we have 0 divided by 0. So, we're going to have to use some algebra. We can't substitute in this case. So, what we're going to do is go back to maybe what we learned in college algebra or perhaps the first semester of a pre-calculus course, and that is that we need to multiply by the conjugate. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So let's say here that we rewrite this function, the limit as x approaches 4, the square root of x minus 2 over x minus 4. So we're going to multiply by the conjugate. And the conjugate is really easy to figure out. In this case, it's the conjugate for the numerator, which involves the square root, because that's where we have an issue. So let's say that we multiply by the square root of x plus 2 divided by the square root of x plus 2. Well, recall that the top is what I like to call dots, and that is DOTS, and that means simply difference of two squares. So what we're left with on the top is actually really nice. We have the square root of x squared, which is x, minus 2 squared, which is 4. And in the denominator, we have x minus 4 times the square root of x plus 2. So let's rewrite this very quickly. The limit as x approaches 4 is x minus 4 over x minus 4 times the square root of x plus 2 equals, well, now that we've gotten this far, we need to try to see if we can't eliminate, because we're still going to have an issue when we plug in 4. And actually, in this case, it becomes very nice, because we can line out, and again I say line out because we're left with a factor of 1. We line out our factors that we have in common on both the numerator and the denominator, which happen to be x minus 4 in this case. So we're left with a 1 on top. So this is the limit as x approaches 4 of 1 over the square root of x plus 2. Now that we've eliminated the x minus 4 factors. Now, let's go ahead and see if we can't plug in our value of 4 and see if we don't have an issue now. So let's see, 1 over the square root of 4 plus 2. Well, the square root of 4 happens to be 2, so we have 1 over 2 plus 2. And 2 plus 2 equals 4. So we have 1 over 4. So that's certainly not equal to 0 in the denominator. And we actually have it evaluating to a number. So our answer in this case for this problem is simply 1/4. So once again, just to review the process, we weren't able to substitute in values. So what we did was we multiplied by the conjugate to help eliminate some of the factors. So we used some algebra and we were able to find what this limit is.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.